Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. Well, today, as I said, I will show you by my front door. So stay tuned, and I'll show you the rest of it all together too. So stay tuned and see what it looks like. Okay. Well, I have to tell you all, I was a dingbat and forgot to show you a before picture of this area. I have it all finished. So I'm showing you the whole finished look instead of the before. Well, I don't know if you have seen in the past, I had, looks like bales of hay. Over here was a basket that looked like a bale of hay. And over here looked like a basket that looked like a bale of hay. And I had them out here for the fall season. Well, I never took them down. So I finally looked around my house and found these two beautiful Grecian or Romanesque looking Corinthian columns. And I just decided to put my trees on those to give it a totally different look. And I really like how they turned out. Then next to it on each side, I just simply put some flowers. And that's the geraniums there from Hobby Lobby's. And I put them in just one of my pots. And this one over here, I actually got yesterday from a thrift store. And it's really very pretty. It has the pot and the plants in it. And I thought, hey, that looks really nice. And then this is just for scraping the mud off your feet and stuff. And a friend of mine gave me that years ago, so I have it there. And then Hobby Lobby's have their spring stuff last week when I started going back over there buying the, the flowers. And they have their spring and Easter stuff at 80% off. Haven't been back there for a week now, so I'm not sure if they've maybe gone even to 90% by now. But wasn't this pretty? But I will say the flowers was more of just a salmon color. So I took some red and put it on it to make it a little more my color. And then I did a red marker to outline the spring, just to bring a spot more of the red that is my colors. Now it is windy today, and I don't know if the wind is really blowing in my phone. So I hope not. Anyway, at the same thrift store, I bought that last little pot of flowers. I also had this wreath. Now, it was just the plain greenery wreath and had the robin's eggs there. But the rest of it, I put the flowers in it to brighten it up and make it much more spring and cheery. So I'm just showing you how I have, just by simply putting welcome spring or hello spring, a beautiful spring summer wreath, and pots of my beautiful red flowers, and just moved my trees on each side, and I just cleaned it all up. What a difference that makes by the door. So now, of course, you see over there I have my lantern that I have the flowers in. And so to balance it out, on this side, I have it's made out of horseshoes. See, isn't that cool? And a friend of mine made it, and it's in the shape of an angel cross. And I think it's just absolutely amazing. And so on it, I just hung a basket, and I just simply put some of the flowers in there. And I just think it looks so neat. So it kind of balances out the look over here. Sort of, anyway. I mean, it's different things, but nothing has to be completely the same, I don't believe, anyway. So here's what I did for my front porch. I cleaned it up and made it look pretty. I think it looks really nice. Oh, I hope this wind is not making this so I have to do this again. Oh, the sun is bright. But I'm trying to show you how I've got all of it along here. Look at my flowers. They're all really blooming. These here in another day or two are going to be open and being gorgeous. But see, I have the red ones there as well. Those geraniums, just even by themselves, just sitting just like that. Looks like I just planted only a geranium. And I think they look beautiful. And just seeing some stuff I'm putting in the yard. And my husband, he has planted tomato plants. We have a tomato plant there, and one there, and one down in this pot. See? And then just for show, I put a geranium right there. So when all that grows up, that's going to look really very pretty. And then my husband also has decided we needed to grow some food in pots. Well, this one isn't. This one's got weeds in it, as well as I planted some lavender. So I have to come through and, like, these right here are the lavender, but the rest of, like, this is grass. I can pull that out. And these are, I don't know what they're actually officially called, but they smell like a skunk or marijuana or something like that. They stink. And they grow about 3-4 feet tall, and they're horrible. But in here, we have radishes, and more radishes, and more radishes. If you couldn't tell, my husband likes radishes. And then we have some carrots we're trying to grow in there, and more radishes. And then I have a volunteer. What is that flower called? I'm drawing a blank for the moment. I'll tell you in a moment when it comes to me. And this one right here, I have just this beautiful arch. And I have the bird bath. Oh, I need to put water in there for the birds to have something to drink. And I have the rose bush on this side. And on this side, I have a grape arbor, the grapevine. And it should be growing up and really becoming amazing very soon as well. Then my husband planted some peas here. And then right here, we have a strawberry plant. So I think things are going to be very yummy for us out here soon. And this plant, oh my goodness, I wonder if it's almost ready to pull up. Give it a couple more days. I think it'll be yummy. Then out here in the corner, I have another hanging basket that I have put the fake flowers in, but boy, I think it looks so real and it looks so pretty. And what was in here lasted for 3 years, even with me not taking it in before. And but they were pretty pathetic this year, so I'm glad I took them down and put some new in. But this is how my front yard is looking now. We need to mow the grass again. This is Tuesday. It was mowed on Friday. But as you can see, grass grows and he didn't rake up this stuff, so we need to really work on that. I have some fake Christmas trees here. I did try to grow some real ones, and they just didn't like it in the pots and live here. So I went to the fake ones, and frankly, the fake ones don't like it here either. It's just too windy, and it's constantly knocked over, and now they're sun bleached, and I don't know. I'm just going to probably have to dump them and just try something else at some point. But coming over to this side of the yard, we have a giant. It's been topped out years ago before we bought the house. And so now it just kind of rectangle squares on us. I call them a creepy Italian tree after the way they say it in under the Tuscan sun. When we moved in this house, it was a very small little tree planted here. And it has grown over the 18 years that huge. But I like it. It gives me the feeling I like. Then as you can see, I have some more iris right here. And look at this. Check it out. Rhubarb. I love it. You know, they claim that you should cut out the flowers when it begins to bloom. Well, I did that one year. And my plant, it just seemed like it suffered. I don't know why. It just did not like me cutting the flowers. So, frankly, I think they're beautiful flowers, although they stink. They are not a pretty smelling flower. They're awful on how they smell. But, really, they're a very pretty flower. And so, anyway, this is my green rhubarb. It's not red rhubarb. But it tastes the same, and it's yummy. And look at my irises here, my beautiful white irises. Oh, they're gorgeous. Then we have some seeds in there. I don't know if they'll grow or not, but we'll see. Then I have my rose bush here that is seeming to be doing very well so far. And then I need to cut these seeds off. I don't want this to grow to seeds, so I need to get my stuff out and get rid of the seeds, because burdock really is a mess when it goes to seed. But the leaves, like I said, are good for you. Then over here, look at this. Look at this gorgeous iris. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's so pretty. And they're growing. Oh, by the way, hollyhock was the name of the plant I wanted to tell you. And I have one that grows right here, which is always in the way of me getting in my car. And I don't know what to do about it. It's happy there despite the torture it gets when I open my car door. I don't know, so I just leave it alone. And then the nepeta. And then I have another little miniature rose bush back there. It has the most beautiful salmon color. Now I had someone asked me why I didn't have the water running down the little waterfall. Well, we had it at one point. And first of all, it kind of leaked. It didn't hold the water very well into place, I guess. And also, the pump that I used to run it died. And I needed a bigger pump than what we actually had to begin with. And that pump that we had to begin with was like almost $100. And we technically, for this to work, needed almost almost the next size up. So it's a bit expensive. And well, we've just never done it. But trust me, I wish we could. I wish I could go through here, clean that whole thing out, and make it so the water pump works. Because it would be so much nicer. That gives us the water a bubbling, and my fish seem to be happy in there. Can you see my fish swimming around in there? There's one right there. He's kind of hiding underneath there. But they're pretty big. Those fish are like 16, 17 years old. We've lived here for 18 years, and it was a year or two after we moved in that we started putting this pond in. And they are huge. One year for Christmas, or not Christmas, but my birthday, because my birthday's in July, all the kids, they were between ages of 10 and 15 or something like that. They didn't have a whole lot of money. So they all went and bought me feeder goldfish from the store, the 25 centers. I at one point had 11 goldfish in here. But through the years, it's down to 3, and these 3 seem to be happy as can be. But sure like sitting here. But see, it just is bright and cheery, and all the red just pops and makes everything look so nice. And the wind is blowing pretty good today. So I have rocks on the rug here because it keeps blowing it around. But see, I think it looks really, has that touch of old world that I like. And I just think it looks really pretty. And that rose bush there. Most of these have gone to become what they call the wild rose now. So it will only bloom in the month of June. I planted regular roses, but they all went pooey on me. And that one there also. And it went wild on me. And the rose bush over on the arch over there, it also went wild on me. And that one right there, it went wild on me. So they all have red roses, and they bloom for the month of June usually, and that's about it. But they're greenery and they look nice the rest of the year. So I hope you guys will find that you have an amazing front porch, and that you can just simply clean it up and add some bright color and a beautiful summer springtime wreath and flowers, and just make it inviting. So here you go. So I just want to say thank all of you for watching my video. And you all take care. And God bless. And happy decorating. I'm doing a little bit of a showing what a day makes because I turned my carpet around from what I showing you from yesterday. And it looks so much better. Just wanted to show you that. Plus, I also wanted to show you just how one day my irises opened, and it is more windy today than it was yesterday. So pardon the wind. But look at these gorgeous iris and how the flowers have just opened up. They look amazing right now. There's my fish in there. There's 3 of them. They're chasing each other right now. I almost saw them. I didn't see them quick enough, and then they went back into hiding. And then there's my other irises. So I just wanted to give you a quick glance of how pretty things look. Just one day later. One day. I think that's interesting. Look at the flowers. Whoop, sorry, I almost fell. Sorry, guys. One day later. Wow, what a difference.